beautiful facial hair. I'm thinking of giving myself mutton chops that lead into the muzzy, and I'm going to shave both these sides and just keep the flavor saver.
If that's your stat, I think you've won this round.
Matchup.
This is Share Your Screen, the only video call you want to be on. 3 rounds, 2 competitors, 1 winner. Here's your host and judge, Chris Hine.
This is Share Your Screen. Today's subject, best hockey stat. First off, we have Jesse coming off a loss in best sports photo. What do you have to say for yourself?
I stand by my word that there was a DSC bias, and I'm here to get things right because I'm facing off against one of my Bardown coworkers. A little more even matchup here. Marissa.
Like, you're going up against Corwin in a hockey stat competition, so I don't know how well you're going to do.
I think, I'm going to do the equivalent of scoring so many points that I don't even need goals to lead all time.
Best hockey stat, Jesse, share your screen.
Okay. In the 1985-86 season, your Winnipeg Jets finished with a 26-47-7 record. That's not even the stat, okay? And still made the playoffs. They played the Calgary Flames and got whooped, okay? Here's my crazy stat. Swept in 3 games. They used 4 different goalies in 3 games.
In the playoff series, they used 4 goalies?
Yes! 4 goalies! Is that even allowed? Can teams even carry them? What? At most you see in a playoff series these days, at most 2 goalies play. Like, so rarely will you ever see 3 goalies play in a playoffs. Dan Bouchard, Brian Hayward, Mark Berend, pretty sure that's how you say his name, I could be wrong, and Daniel Berthiaume. I believe that's how you say his name.
What were the stats of these guys? You got any goals against average and save percentage for them or no?
But why did they use so many goalies?
Why they use so many goalies, I don't know.
Okay, that's a good stat. Very on brand. Very, of course, you're going to go with a Jet stat off the top. But Corwin, you're up. Share your screen.
So I think I'm going to go with a Jet stat off the top here too.
This is very Ali versus Ali in the first episode.
Yeah, and I just think all I want to say is it's a tremendous achievement to be the only team in the NHL to have your all-time leading goal scorer never play a game in your city.
Oh, wow.
And that is shout out to the Winnipeg Jets and Ilya Kovalchuk, their all-time leading goal scorer.
Yeah, you think you're funny, eh? Yeah, it's a good stat, but like, I mean, it's not like I'm not surprised when I hear the stat. I'm like, oh yeah, like Kovalchuk leads the Jets in goals. Like, it's like you could tell me that, I'm like, oh, I'm not really surprised by it. But to use 4 goalies in a 3-game playoff series and lose all 3 games, that's brutal. That's my city.
Here's what I'll say. I love Jesse's stat. I think it's very good.
But DSC bias, but
Corwin's stat, just because it's such a chirp on you and Winnipeg that the franchise's leading scorer played all of his games in Atlanta. So I'm going to have to go round 1. I think Corwin is going to take round 1.
Obviously, everyone knows how difficult it is to get a 200-point season, right? Like, Gretzky's done it. That's it, right? Like, that's it.
Done it.
What?
Jeff Boom Jr. done it.
Yeah, Jeff Boom Jr. has also done it, but like,
We're here. I knew you could.
Done it.
Please.
We set out on this road 31 hours, 1 minute, and 50 seconds ago.
I don't think I realized how rare it is to get a 150-point season because it's happened 17 times. 14 of the times were Lemieux and Gretzky. And then the other 3 are split between 3 people. And which I think I could give you 10 guesses and I don't think you would get it. You eliminate Lemieux and Gretzky, Steve Yzerman is the next highest single season points in NHL history, which is shocking to me already. And then the next two are Phil Esposito and Bernie Nichols.
Really?
Bernie Nichols.
Just not the people that you would kind of associate
never
with
would've thought
with
Bernie
like that kind of prolific season. And
So,
so I don't know, just the 150 point season that I think we may see sometime soon, that like, because there's been people that have been on pace for it. Like at the beginning of the year this year, McDavid and Draisaitl were kind of on pace for it. And like, I feel like that's the next goal we kind of want to hit. And I'd love to see a 150 point season.
I'm guessing
they are rarer than I thought.
McDavid's going to do it. McDavid will do it at least once in his career, in my opinion. I see what you're saying, Corwin, but like the fact that Yzerman, like, yes, we could put some more respect on Yzerman's name, but like he's still 7th all time in scoring. So to hear that he's one of the people that, you know, has accomplished this, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked.
Okay then, Jesse. Surprise us, buddy. Let's hear it.
You want me to share my screen?
I would love you to share your screen.
Eddie Shore had
978 stitches on his body.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
978.
That was straight nails. That is insane. You will not see that with anyone anymore. That amount of
stitches.
That is a crazy stat. That is something you would hear and be like, wow, I never would have thought about that.
Again, I'm just purely basing this off the fact that Steve Yzerman was obviously the third highest single season behind Gretzky.
I wouldn't say obviously, Corwin, but I would say kind of unsurprisingly.
So my response to that is, am I shocked that a hockey player had a bunch of
stitches?
No.
Yeah. Maybe 2 or 3
stitches.
But
978.
That is crazy. What a nail.
I'm leaning Jesse here. That's a lot of scars. And like for his career to get that dinged up, it's pretty impressive. I think you said he is nails. I will agree. He's nails. Jesse has taken round 2. We are tied at 1, heading to round 3.
So this final stat might be the most insane stat of all, and it actually took place, technically speaking, after the season finished, and right after the season finished. When the Colorado Avalanche won the Stanley Cup, I believe, in 2001, Sean Podine wore his equipment for 25 straight hours. 25 hours after. Think about that. You're getting like stuff poured on you. You're eating. You're doing crazy stuff with the fam. You know, you're partying. You're going to like a nice club where like you're eating with all these families. Guy stunk. Probably got the most insane zits on his body. Didn't matter to Mr. Podine. Okay, 25 straight hours wearing hockey equipment. That guy is a legend. Stick that equipment in the Hall of Fame. That's one of the coolest stats ever. Good night.
Oh, that's gross. That's a great stat, Jesse.
Thank you.
That's not even a hockey stat, okay? Let's get back to business here, okay, guys? Because this is I'm gonna share my screen with what to me is the most surprising hockey stat of all time. Okay, and you want to know why? I could probably give you 50 guesses, and you probably wouldn't know the answer to who is the all-time NHL leader in power play goals. So I'm going to give you some names here. So number 17 on the list, Wayne Gretzky.
Okay.
Number 11 on the list, Jaromir Jagr. Number 8 on the list, Mario Lemieux. And then I'll go through the top 5 here. Top 5 is Luc Robitaille at number 5. Teemu Selanne, number 4. Alexander Ovechkin, number 3. And number 2, Brett Hull. Who's
I think I know who it is.
Number 1. I have no idea.
Is it Ray Bork?
No. What?
Something stupid like a Dino Ciccarelli out there, but there's no chance that's it. But yeah, I have
Dino Ciccarelli is number 10. But I honestly, so it's a guy. I don't know. Should I just say it? Like, I honestly don't think you guys
No,
would
clue,
ever be able to guess it.
Clue.
This. Share your screen.
Clue.
Wait, I'm getting different
Okay.
opinions here. You want a clue? Or?
Clue.
Give us a clue.
Clue. It's not just a game anymore.
His first season in the NHL started in 1982, and his last ended in 2006.
What? I have no.
Oh, Dave Andreychuk?
Yeah!
Wow.
Great.
Dave Andreychuk is the all-time leader in power play goals. That I can't believe that. Like I honestly wouldn't have picked Dave Andreychuk to lead anything other than maybe like saying after the game.
Since then, it was more of just going out and playing the game.
No, I was gonna say, like, this is a product of Andreychuk just playing a lot of games. Like, I'm surprised to hear this, but when you hear that the guy was in the league for 24 years, you're like, oh yeah, like, I guess, like, that's not that surprising.
I think Corwin, the strength to Corwin's stat is he could have given us like 10 guesses without any clues, and we never would have got there.
Didn't Andreychuk play for the Leafs? Am I crazy by mentioning this?
No, he played for the Leafs. He played for the Lightning. He played for the Sabres.
Oh, I get it. That's how you wanted to end this competition on.
It's the one flex Leafs fans can have in the all-time records book. Because I actually stand by this. The Leafs have
Sittler points in a game is the ultimate Leafs stat flex, is it not?
Yeah, you're definitely right there.
I really want to go against Jesse just because I think Jesse losing creates funny content. But just thinking of the smell and what that I got to give it to Jesse. Keeping the equipment verified.
Boo!
Keeping the equipment on for 25 hours. Just think of the smell before and then think of the smell after. His teammates couldn't have been happy. No one around him could have been happy with what was going on there. So, Corwin, it was a great stat, but this is hair splitting. All of these, you guys both brought it, but this
is brutal.
I'm not a loser.
This guy is talking about made-up stats. Those aren't hockey stats. You're just talking about hearsay about some guy's equipment.
Listen, if there's
here's your new stat, okay? Sidney Crosby hasn't changed his jock strap in 17 years, okay? Bam,
Bro,
hit you with that one.
Corwin, that's much cooler than Steve Yzerman being one of like the other players to hit over.
No, it's not. It's not a hockey stat.
That's like a more intriguing stat to me. And second of all, if there's anything I learned from the first round of playing this game, in which I got robbed in, by the way, Marissa, it's not about finding necessarily the best stat. It's about finding the stat that's gonna stick out to people and it's gonna be memorable and is different. That's why I think I ended up winning today's competition, because 25 hours in the same hockey equipment, gonna stink,